What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist coming back to you to give you more lore on Warhammer 40k. Now, this day has been pretty interesting because, first of all, I saw John Wick Chapter 2. Great movie, highly recommended it if you want action. And then I saw the fight between Gohan and that one wolf dude with the poison. Really epic fight. It kind of redeemed Gohan, but if you guys watch Dragon Ball Super, you know what I mean. So now, you guys requested it. You guys have asked for it. It is Kayvaan Shrike. Now, last night, I asked you guys, who did you guys want? Was it Corsaro Khan of the White Scars or Shrike of the Raven Guard? And you guys have spoken. So here are 40 facts on the Chapter Master of the Raven Guard, Shrike. Shrike is most famous for his action during the Targus 8 campaign against Wall Skullcrack, which invaded the Targus system. The Third Company was originally detained to eliminate the Aureus' orbital defenses, a task they accomplished quickly, but they were stranded on the planet when the Thunderhawk gunships inbound to extract them were destroyed in orbit. Without so much as pausing, Shrike led his company in a 2-year guerrilla campaign behind the Orc lines, striking without warning at vulnerable supplies and providing invaluable reconnaissance data for the naval vessels in orbit. Shrike's mastery of guerrilla tactics was such that he and his men were all but untouchable, striking at the Orcs with impunity and then disappearing without a trace into the ruined hive cities. Thanks to Shrike and his Space Marines, the Targus campaign was brought to a close decades before predictions of Imperial tacticians. By the time the Third Company was extracted from Targus, the entire system hailed him as a hero. Next up is the hunt for Aureus. So shortly after the Targus campaign began to swing in the Imperium's favor, Shrike received word of the fall of Quintus, where the demon prince Kurnax Voldorius had corrupted the Imperial forces and turned the entire planet's military to the service of the Alpha Legion. Shrike and his Third Company were waging a guerrilla campaign against Chaos forces when unexpected allies arrived in the form of Corsaro Khan and his men. Khan and his White Scars Master of the Hunt had been ordered to bring Voldorius' head back to their chapter's fortress monastery on Chagoris. The rivalry between the White Scars and the Raven Guard was thousands of years old, but the two captains forged an uneasy alliance. Their combined efforts led to victory, and Shrike and Khan fought side by side to defeat the Demon Prince in close combat. Shrike returned to Targus' battle zone, parting from the Khan on terms of respect. Now, if you guys want some more facts on this, be sure to check out our video on 40 Facts for the Hunt for Aureus. Captain Kayvaan Shrike and the rest of the Raven Guard chapter led a defensive campaign on Prefectia against the relentless Third Sphere expansion, which was carried by the armed forces of the Tau Empire. Though the initial clash upon Prefectia had grown intense, the battle for control in the surrounding worlds had barely begun. Bypassing Volturus, as they forged on through the Imperium, the Tau fleets took battle to Doth, Delinquents, and Caradon, making inroads into Imperial territory so quickly that the Imperial Navy and the Astra Militarum found them nigh impossible to stop. As for Prefectia itself, reinforcements were already inbound. No fewer than 8 Space Marines chapters engaged in simultaneous planet strikes that struck every major landmass within the same terrifying hour. The Raven Guard were the foremost among them. In a remote briefing with Chapter Master Severax, Kayvaan Shrike was ordered to follow up on the initial strikes of Shadow Force Solak, hunting down Tau commanders amongst Prefectia electro-mine complexes. Using the fissure known as the Venture Scar to anchor their operation, Shrike's plan was to assess the Tau, wait for them to commit in force, and then dive in to capitalize on their enemy's position. However, the Raven Guard, watching carefully, found not a single vulnerability to exploit. Their stealthcraft was matched step by step by that of Supreme Commander O'Shasera. While Kayvaan Shrike had been orchestrating his masterful search and destroy patterns, Shadow Captain Shrike had been leading the men of the Third Company on a series of punitive strikes. Over the course of the last 3 days, Strike Force Shrike had harried an entire contingent to the point of extinction, and in doing so laid the bait for a trap of his own. Shrike had worked in tandem with an artillery regiment of the Astra Militarum. He had ordered them to bombard enemy armor that sought to intervene as his warriors launched the ground assault. Seeing easy prey, Shadowsun had attacked the Astra Militarum artillery and the infantry assigned to defend them. Shrike had been waiting for such a move, and when he turned back to counterattack Shadowsun's army, he spotted the distinctive battlesuit of the enemy commander standing triumphant over the bodies of his Astra Militarum allies. Shrike's veterans voxed confirmation of Shadowsun's whereabouts to Kayvaan Shrike, and the chapter master had made haste to join the fight, seeking to claim Shadowsun's head for his own. It was that single decision that cost the Raven Guard his chapter master and the majority of its Third Company. With Kayvaan Shrike slain, Shrike and his surviving veterans were forced to improvise, for in terms of firepower they were massively outclassed. By staying to the rear of the nearest ghost keel, they used the strengths of the giant Tau battlesuits against them. A stray shot from one XV-95 was not recognized as a threat by the countermeasures suite of another, and caused crippling damage to its stealth drones. The Raven Guard then concentrated their attacks on the most skilled of the remaining ghost keels, that of Shadowsun herself, and though sheer tenacity forced her to withdraw. The Raven Guard needed a new leader, one so widely respected that he could unite the Imperium's armies instead of simply fighting alongside them. In the end, the decision was unanimous. Kayvaan Shrike, savior of Targus 8, Danaka, and Yankee, bane of Wall Skullcrack, bearer of the Laurel Imperialis, and patron saint to worlds considered lost or abandoned, would become the new chapter master of the Raven Guard. For more information and the conclusion of this battle in Phyrexia, please request it so we can give you the full battle on a later 40 Facts to Come. And trust me guys, this is a battle you do not want to miss. Now that he is Chapter Master, we have to talk about the war gear of this awesome Astarte warrior. So he does wield regular power armor, a bolt pistol, a jump pack, frag and crack grenades, an iron halo, and he has the almighty, the legendary Raven's Talons. Kayvaan wields a pair of lightning claws called the Raven's Talon, which are said to have been crafted by the Primarch Corax himself on Deliverance, after the Raven Guard retreated there following the drop site massacre on Isstvan V. The Raven's Talons can rend even Terminator armor as easily as silk. In addition, the normal effects of lightning claws. In battle, he is normally seen at the head of an assault force of veteran Raven Guard Astartes, personally trained by himself during the time on Targus 8. He is known as Shrike's Wing. These veterans also carry lightning claws, albeit just normal ones. In all of his endeavors, Shrike upholds the tradition of the Raven Guard in excelling at rapid action and guerrilla warfare. And with that, that brings us to yet another episode of 40 Facts on the Warhammer 40k universe. Let me know what you guys thought about this awesome captain of the Raven Guard, or better yet, Chapter Master, now that he has been upgraded. I really like this guy's lore. After reading it, I gained a new respect for the Raven Guard. I always thought they were cool because obviously they're back in black and, you know, mysterious and hit and run tactics and whatnot. But yeah, I got a new like for the Raven Guard. So let me know what you guys thought about this guy. After all, he was highly requested, so I'm sure you guys like it. And don't forget to let me know if you do want that Battle of Phyrexia, Tau versus Raven Guard, White Scars, and some more surprises. And that's all I've got for you guys. As always, thank you for being awesome subscribers. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and thank you guys if you are patrons. Now, that's all I've got for you guys. So as always, I am the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I am out of here.